Don't misunderstand these things. Wealth is not just the money. It's something inside you. It's qana'ah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates. And rida that creates in your heart. You may be very wealthy, but never really sleep comfortably at night. And sleep in peace, even though you may have a lot of money. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes make this wealth as a fitna, as a source of torture, that you forget about your life. And we have many stories that people who are not poor, but because they do not know how to manage this ni'mah, they do not feel security, they do not feel love, they do not feel peace in their lives. And also says that if you only marry a woman just because of her beauty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not create this kind of love that you look for just because of the beauty, and this marriage is doomed to fail. Only the marriage that's built on this factor, and I mean the factor that has to be the main factor, doesn't mean that you have to neglect everything, but this is the deciding factor. The religion, the taqwa must be the deciding factor. Also, for the fathers, for the parents, there is a message there. The Prophet ﷺ says, when somebody is coming to ask for your daughter's hand, do not look at his wealth or status, social status. Look at his religion. Dini wa khuluqih. His status of religion. إِذَا جَاءَكُمْ مَنْ تَرْضَوْنَ دِينَهُ وَخُلُقَهُ فَزَوِّجُوهُ. If somebody coming asking for your daughter's hand, look at his religion. Look at his akhlaq. If it's good, do not turn him back. إِلَّا تَفْعَلُوا. If you do not do that, تَكُنْ فِتْنَةٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَفَسَادٌ عَرِيضٌ. If you do not do that, there will be discord, there will be a fasad on earth, and also mischief. So many people think that if this person is not from your tribe or not from your cousins and inner circle of the family, you should not give them your daughter. That's against Islam, that's against the teaching of Islam. And also we know many stories when people are insisted on having the marriage within the family and forcing their daughters to accept what the father or the mother chooses to be the partner of their lives, ended in failure and became destroying the relationship between the relatives. They were good, they were happy with each other, but because of this marriage, it ended in failure, and the whole family ended turning against each other or breaking up away. And this is against Islam. When somebody is coming asking for the hands of your daughter, you look for his deen, his religion, his taqwa, his adherence to Islam, and then you decide this is the most important factor. If you deny it because he is not from your tribe, not from your country, not from your language, not so and so, this is all against the teachings of Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us adhering to our religion and practicing it in life, so we bring about families that are practicing Islam in a right way. Ameen. توجهوا إلى الله الكريم. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله مع توفيقي ولا اعتصامي إلا بالله عليه توكلت وإليه أنيب أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Speaking of the current events, we all know and heard about what happened in Fort Hood, Texas, about the shooting of soldiers, and it's all over the world and all over the media. We as Muslims, we all know the fact that Islam does not allow such acts, but condemns such acts of violence and killing of innocent people. There's no justification for these kind of attacks. But on the other hand, also we have to be aware of the media machine that's turned against Muslims, and we have to be vocal about explaining what Islam says about these things and counter the media attack on Islam, labeling all Muslims as terrorists or people who cannot be trusted, they are not loyal, or they should be feared or expelled from the army or expelled from the country. And if you go to the internet and listen to radio shows, you hear many bad things about Muslims and Islam, and we have to be really aware of that. We shouldn't be afraid of speaking, talking to people about that we as Muslims, we live here, we are part of this, and we love this country, we will defend it, but also we will not accept people labeling us a wrong way just because of act and mischief of one person. You label 7 or 10 million people as being bad people. So we have to be aware of that. We all condemn this attack. We also should speak out and talk about it, and also counter the media attacks on Muslims, because if you don't speak, if you don't talk, if you just be silent, people think, oh well, what they say may be right, so why they don't talk, why they don't come out, why they don't speak. So we have to be as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, بِالْحِكْمَةِ وَالْمَوْعِظَةِ الْحَسَنَةِ. Do not counter what people say with the same thing. That's not the way Islam. لَا تَسُبُّوا الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ اللَّهَ. Do not counter with the same false accusations, and do not do what they do, but you explain your religion, you explain their mischief, and you explain what you think, because in Islam you cannot counter mischief by mischief. You cannot counter lie by lie. You cannot counter stealing by stealing. If somebody comes and steals something from you, in Islam there is no treating the same way. You cannot go and steal something from him. That's not accepted. If somebody lied to you, you cannot lie to him. If somebody did something to you which is wrong, false in Islam, if it's wrong for him, it's wrong for you too. You cannot do the same. What you do, you have to correct him. You have to show him the true face of Islam. You have to be frank. You have to clear things out, and you have to be vocal. Do not fear of speaking about your religion. The way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, بِالْحِكْمَةِ وَالْمَوْعِظَةِ الْحَسَنَةِ. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us, guide us. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات المسلمين والمسلمات. اللهم انصر من نصر دينك واخذل من خذل المسلمين والإسلام. اللهم اغفر لذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيه على الإسلام، ومن توفته منا فتوفه على الإيمان والإسلام. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر. قوموا إلى صلاتكم.